Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on Rogers TV channel 22. It's a new month, a new episode on Levantine Tales, Hakaya Shami, and I'm your host, Hadi Wess. Pleased to see you again, and I pray that you're all doing very well and in good health and blessings. From Turkey to Canada, from construction sites to the dance floor, designing structures by day and designing choreography by night, it is my pleasure to welcome Can Günes to our studio today. Welcome to the studio, Can.
Thank you so much.
We're going to talk about a lot of things today, including dancing. But tell us more about who Can Günes is.
Okay, I'm 27 years old. I'm a civil engineer originally. I graduated from Middle East Technical University in Ankara, Turkey, 2023. And 6 months later, after my graduation, I came to Canada, April 2023. As a student, I applied to project management program in Algonquin College, and my main motivation to find a co-op internship and find a construction job in Canada, basically. And after that, I was just looking for some places that I can socialize and I can create a new network for myself in a new country. Mm-hmm. And before coming to Ottawa, I sent some emails to a couple of dance studios. One of them were Art Motion Dance Studio, because I had a dance background from my university days in Turkey, and I thought that I can use my dance skills to socialize with people and adapt a new country, basically. I sent an email to Art Motion Dance Studio. I just said, I want to be your student, I want to get lessons from you, I want to be part of your studio, and they just offered me an instructor role. I didn't expect, basically. But probably there were not so many male dance instructors in Ottawa. Nice. And I started to teach there when I was a student here in Algonquin College, and then everything changed, basically.
So what transitioned the, career-wise, what transitioned the project management to civil engineering?
So basically I graduated as civil engineer. It was 4-year program.
Turkey.
I just wanted to came Canada to work in construction sector, and studying project management was the easiest way for me to find a construction job in Canada. So
any big projects construction-wise?
What do you mean as?
Any big projects you're working on?
So right now, I'm still working at the Hard Rock Casino Hotel project. The phase 1, the main opening was happened at July 3rd, and I'm still working at phase 2 in that construction. Hopefully it will be open by this Christmas.
With an intention of building a dance studio inside as well. So tell us, what inspired the journey, dancing? Is it something you developed in Canada, or is it something from back home?
So basically my dance background started with thanks to Michael Jackson when I was 11 years old.
He was your instructor?
No. Basically I had zero idea about Michael Jackson since he passed away, unfortunately, 2009. After he passed away, in Turkey, all television news, talent shows, everywhere, everyone was doing Michael Jackson dances. And when I was a child, I was like, oh, it's so cool. And I started to learn from his popular choreography videos. And when I started university, basically, my university has a couple dance society. And I'm going to be very honest with you, my main intent to just meet with some girls to attending that dance club. But after I attend, I like dancing more, and I could train myself and I could learn so many different kind of competitive and social dances during my university years. And basically, I could use that talent when I came to here to find my job.
How many dance styles do you do?
So basically, I know around 12, 13 different kind of dances. I'm not expert of only one dance, but I have minimum intermediate or advanced level knowledge about most of the dances, which makes me, I believe, very versatile dancer and instructor, because I usually give wedding dances to wedding choreographers. They are usually beginner people. They have not so much idea and background related dance. They come to me and ask, I want to do that kind of dance in that song. And since I have so much info related other dance types, I can create them some creative choreographies and make them happy, basically.
And do the dancing styles that you dance and teach span in generations?
Yeah, 1915 to 2020.
Wow. What are your favorites?
So basically, as Latin dances, my professional background was competitive Latin, samba, cha-cha, rumba, paso doble, and jive. I like samba and jive a lot, basically. But generational dances, basically 1980s, all Michael Jackson choreographies, hip hop, basically.
So you can claim yourself a moonwalker.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do it.
I'm a thriller guy.
That's amazing. And then tell me, so if you want to choose top 3 dancing styles from those 1950s you said to 2020s, what would you choose?
Elvis Presley, 1950s rock and roll, and it affects today's swing, basically West Coast and East Coast swing. That was one of my favorites. All Michael Jackson choreographies affected all generations after that, basically. It was a milestone, so I like Beat It, Thriller choreographies a lot. And generational-wise, the Argentine tango also, it is very intense.
Do you think that older dance styles are still pretty much prominent in today's generation, or do you think people have like modernized their experiences?
There's of course a change, everything changed, but for example, like I mentioned, Argentine tango, its roots depends on 1800s, if I don't make a mistake. So basically, the style changed every century, but the foundation and base is always the same. So people can, currently TikTok trends, everyone see on social media, people have tendency to try new things, new kind of dances. Of course, it will develop with time, but the roots and foundation will stay same, I believe, for all dances.
And I mean, your experience is personal dancing, professional teaching. Does that passion expand beyond that to national or international competitions? So
I was competing when I was at university between my 18 years old to 22 years old. That's 4 or 5 years period. I was competing national and international competitions. In my university, we were organizing a world ranking WDSF dance competition, which includes more than 400 competitors from 25 different countries. But it was a huge experience for me because I was a young and beginner dancer, and I was competing with the world's one of the most famous dancers at the same dance floor. So it's always a different feeling, basically.
Okay. I mean, I'll move on a little bit more to weddings because I could proudly say that you were the choreographer that planned my wedding dance, me and my wife Naila, and it was such a wonderful experience. What's your experience generally with weddings particularly? I mean, the style, working with 2 different people probably, and then having to take different roles and teaching them. Can you expand more on that?
Usually, to make my lessons the most efficient way, I usually prefer to select slow waltz and some swing figures to teach my couples, because I believe these are the easiest dance that includes easiest dance figures to teach to beginner people in short period of time, because usually I taught my wedding dance choreographies under 5 hours, 5 lessons. And with considering those people usually don't have any dance background and they are very stiff, those dance types are the most efficient ones. And 2 different people, actually, I have so much experience to give, probably I give more than 100 couples during that day. Bride and grooms.
More than 100 couples a day?
No, a year. Since I came to here, Canada, in 2 years, I gave more than
100 couples dance lessons for weddings. Wow.
In 2.5 years. Sorry, my bad.
Wow. That's an average of 30 something a year, approximately, or less than 30, a bit less. Wow, that's incredible.
So usually groom and brides have different personalities, and you need to manage also that tension between each other, because everyone's learning capacity is not same and it's not equal with each other. Sometimes you need to be more patient for one of the individuals and you just need to manage. But I learned how to adapt to my couples. I learned how to analyze the personalities of those people and react due to their personalities. So that's the key experience.
I mean, I can say that my personal experience and my wife Naila was very, very smooth working with you, and may God be my witness on TV. But I mean, we spent a lot of time practicing at home. But how is your experience with other couples? I mean, you talk about different personalities, but does that sometimes reach a point that you can say, no, I can no longer continue with that couple, or do you think that they always mend and make it work?
So basically, I had 0 couple by now that I gave up and I did not complete my lessons. You were very perfect example actually for me as a student, because you always came prepared. You did your homeworks for me, but of course there were some couples, they don't practice a lot. So for couples like that, I usually have to adapt my plan, choreography plan due to their capability. For example, I was planning to maybe teach them total 15 figures and create a homogeneous choreography with these 15 figures, but I had to eliminate maybe 7 of them, reduce to 8 figures and repetitive figures in one song, or sometimes I just shortened their wedding song music. So I always did a couple of arrangements, and at the end of the day, they satisfied, I believe.
And do you generally, in most cases, choose the music that you're going to choreograph dance moves to, or does the couple come to you and say, we want this song?
Yep, usually couples come with their song, and sometimes they send me a couple of Instagram videos, we want to do that move. So most of them, I already teach to other people and I had knowledge, but sometimes I have to practice with my partners in the studio. First, I learn by myself how to perform that choreographies, that figures, and then I teach my couples.
So on average, let's say a 3-minute song, a 3-minute dance. How much time approximately does it take you as an instructor to create the choreography? And I mean, on average, how much time does it take to teach it after that?
So if it is only one song, this is an important case because sometimes some couples like you came with mashup songs, more than one songs. In cases like that, I had to spend, of course, more time. But if it is only one song, for example, Ed Sheeran, Perfect, one of the most popular one, 3-minute song, couple wants to learn a dance. Basically, I prepare my choreography in 45 minutes in advance. I prepare a PDF choreography order of the all figures, timing, how it matches with the lyrics, etc. Then in 4 hours, basically 4 lessons, I teach all the figures to them. And one remaining lesson, the 5th lesson, we just do so many practices non-stop to make it smooth and just cleaning some small deficiencies. And I prepare my couples like that, total 5 hours.
I can say safely that you have quite a good reputation with the community, and it was a pride for us to have you as our wedding instructor. Now, moving on to the social media world. You're pretty known as well on social media with the content that you publish on your dance and dance moves, and I mean, you publish regularly, but what inspires that, first of all, and what would be your favorite content published?
So what inspires me? Basically, I want to entertain people. So to see people's reaction is my number one motivation, basically. For example, in my studio, Art Motion Dance Studio, twice a year we prepare end of year showcases, and I perform usually in that shows. One of the shows, I just wear an old man mask, a fake belly. I changed my costume and made a surprise to all the kids in the studio. They thought me I'm Uncle Bill, uncle of the studio owner, Miss Laura Jeffs. I acted like an old man, and suddenly I started to do breakdance, for example, and just realizing the reaction of all the kids, 5-6 years old, they're amazed situation. That was my main motivation. In social media, usually I like to create content like that because usually people likes it, loving it, and that makes me motivated.
Wow. Shall we take a look?
Of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a sneak peek at some of John's pretty creative and cool dance moves. Stay with us.
It's a dance thing, you see me? Somewhere you just bounce up. Yeah!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are still here with Can Günes from Art Motion Ottawa Studio Dance. Those were some quite good dance moves. I have a couple comments. What was it? The personality that you had in the second video, the flash mob?
Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill. What? First of all, why Uncle Bill? and what came into that idea?
So we were trying to make it more realistic for our studio community. Uncle Bill is the uncle of our studio owner, Miss Laura Jeff, and he's located in Vancouver, basically, which means most of our studio community does not know that person, but they have an idea about there's an existing Uncle Bill. And I was inspired by Kyrie Irving, the NBA player. He had a commercial for a sports brand, basically. He was changing his outfit as an old man and playing street basketball with the young people, and everyone was amazed. So I just remember that commercial, and I thought I can surprise the kids in the same way and use Uncle Bill as an identity to make it realistic.
Wow.
And that happened, basically.
Pretty cool to see you, Uncle Bill, have those dance moves at that age and that early. That's amazing. And about the double dancing, out of curiosity, is this AI generated, or do you do two different dances and then put them together?
No, actually it took so much time. I just located my tripod and my camera at the same angle, and I recorded my dance at two different locations. And in order to record a video like that, your camera shouldn't move during 2 or 3 hours of recording, because you need to arrange your location, marking, everything is perfectly. Then by using some video edit tools, you can learn everything from YouTube, basically. I had no idea how to do it, but I knew that there should be a way to edit, duplicate yourself to 2 or 3 person. I searched on YouTube, learned how to edit in some edit tools, and
But you actually got it by the split second, so it's great work. Now, out of curiosity, at Art Motion Ottawa, do you folks teach kids, for example? Or?
Yes, that's the main purpose of our studio, basically. Studio owner Mikhail Kudryashov and Laura Jeffs, they are focusing on the competitive kid programs, basically. They are bringing our kids to other cities, sometimes other countries, for national and international competitions, 3 or 4 days in a week. They have very hard training schedule to prepare kids for one of the most prestigious competitions. So it's very sportive, athletic, and also artistic sport, basically.
So those are kids, some of them come in as beginners. They don't know how to dance
Yeah,
before.
6 years old, 7 years old. They are coming without zero dance experience, and especially Miss Laura and Mikhail Kudryashov, they are teaching from scratch to everyone.
What about people that think that it's too late to learn how to dance, like older generation? What would you say?
There is no age, basically. Just people shouldn't hesitate to start from somewhere, and they shouldn't hesitate to start dancing. Basically, when I have some videos when I was 18 years old to dancing, I was very stiff, a guy like that. But after I spent time every day in my university years, and I could satisfy myself in front of the mirror. Sometimes I was practicing one figure for 3 hours non-stop to make it perfect, or just to make it better, to improve.
Wow.
And no one can start with a perfect situation. Just you need to give a little bit effort, and you need to be patient.
Wow. John, do you stay in touch with your students or couples that you choreograph for?
Yep, basically, perfect example is here.
Other than us.
The best example, basically, my life totally changed thanks to one of my wedding dance couples. Like I mentioned, I came to Canada as a student. I was looking for co-op internship, and I had 3-month period to find a co-op internship for myself. If I couldn't find, I will have to turn back to Turkey, and I will try to do something else. I remember I had 2 weeks left to lose my co-op internship period, and I had one couple, and the couple's groom, Josh Wright, he was a civil engineer, and I just mentioned him that I'm looking for an internship and I need to find a construction job, engineering job. He and his fiancée during that day, Trish, they cared a lot related to that issue. They edit my resume, my everything, and they just give my resume to their company internally. And 2 months later, I get a call. I got interview. I started as a student in that company. 3 months later, I got my permanent contract. Currently, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. I have an engineering job. Basically, that was my main purpose to come to Canada, and it happened thanks to my dance studio and my dance network. So it's very important for me.
Meaningful connection, and that's
exactly
beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm being informed that we have about 4 minutes left, and in those 4 minutes, I want to get as much info as I can from you. What does John aspire for a future in construction and dancing?
In dancing, I'm very happy about my current situation. I want to continue to work with Art Motion, with wedding couples, because I'm meeting with new people like you or like my other beautiful students. It's a good network for me. I don't have a purpose to open my own dance studio because I prefer to be on my professional side, engineering basically. So, yeah.
That's beautiful. Any final words of advice to couples in their wedding dance preparations, to beginners, to newcomers to Canada?
Never hesitate to start and get a booking for a dance lesson. Don't be shy. Everyone starts with the same level, but there's always a way to improve and make it a presentable way for your dances, for your choreographies. So just don't hesitate.
So be bold, take risks, aspire, and inspire.
Exactly.
That's perfect. And I want to thank you for your time. It was really a pleasure having you here, and I look forward to witnessing way more successes. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Can Günes from Art Motion Ottawa Studio Dance. It was a sincere pleasure having him. As you know, I am your host, Hadi Wess, on Levantine Tales, Hakaya Shami, Rogers TV Channel 22. Pleased to be with you again, and I'll see you next month. Take care.